Hey up! Welcome back, good morning. And today we're going to be fitting the Givi pannier frames and semi-rigid panniers to the Royal Enfield Interceptor 650. So if you're interested in that, stick around, stay tuned and we'll crack on. And of course a bit of an unboxing for you, and first impressions are a very solid feeling piece of kit. And I'll just lay out for you here all of the component parts. Nice comprehensive instructions, typically from Hitchcock's, putting Royal Enfield's own instructions to shame, but there you go. And the tools that you're going to need are a 4mm and a 6mm Allen key and 10, 12 and 13mm spanners. How's about that then? Oh, wait a minute, can't say. And first up, a little bit of pre-assembly is required before you can actually fit the frames to the bike. So as you can see, starting here with the left hand side, and that little attachment there is the locking lug for the panniers, and they screw into place with two 4mm sunken Allen bolts. So either use an Allen key or better still an Allen socket there with a ratchet, and this part you can secure nice and tight at this preliminary stage. So there we go, that's that component attached. Now we go on to the adjustable mounting bracket, and this will attach to the underside of your seat, the rearmost bolt on the underside of the seat. You'll just need to remove that, as we'll see later, and attach using that adjustable bracket there. So that's that piece in place, and again that is a 13mm spanner that you will need to adjust and to secure those two nuts when you come to mount it on the bike. Okay, and moving on, so right at the bottom there we have a hole which will accept a nut and bolt to secure the bottom mounting bracket, and that bottom mounting bracket that will be attached, as you will see, to the exhaust mount bolt, the bottom of the bike. So you need the longest of the two lugs there facing downwards, and it needs to be concave facing up from that particular viewing angle. And the reason for that is that slight concaveness at the bottom there, in that shovel shaped piece at the bottom of the bracket. The reason for that is it needs to clear the shock absorber spring, as you'll see when we come to fit. So there you see we have a locking nut at the back, and that's a 10mm locking nut, and at the other side is another 6mm countersunk Allen bolt. Okay, so now it's time to fit the bottom locating lugs for the bottom of the mounting side of the panniers, and as you can see they face outwards, and the washer and locking nut secure at the inside edge of that frame. Now again, these parts can be secured firmly in place at this point. It's those bottom mounting points and the top mounting bracket for the panniers can be fully secured at this stage. The other two brackets you need to leave just finger tight, as you can see there. So look, we got there eventually with the 4mm Allen socket on one side and tightening it up there with the 10mm ratchet spanner. And on to the right hand side, and it's exactly the same as the left, so I'll just speed this up for you. Right, and on to fitting the frame to the left hand side of the bike. First, using a 6mm Allen socket, remove that Allen nut at the top of the suspension strut there. It may well be thread locked in, so probably better to use a socket with wrench, as I'm doing here, just to secure that extra bit of leverage. And you will see there the grab handle on the left hand side of the bike. I found that I had to remove this to get the bracket to mount correctly, and to be fair, it's outlived its purpose once the frame is fitted, because that is more than adequate as a grab point for hauling the bike onto the centre stand. So you'll see me there removing the bolt that secures that grab handle, and then of course you'll need to put that bolt back, because in my case here it forms part of the securing of the rear rack. Excuse the appalling focus hunting of the Nikon Z30 camera. I'm going to have to say at this point, for a very, very expensive camera, its focusing is shocking. So apologies for that, but there you can see exactly where you need to mount the forward part of the pannier frame. And you will have seen me there put a little bit of red thread lock back onto that bolt. Always a good idea. And there you can see the rearmost bolt has been removed, where your bike may have the grab rail there. Mine obviously has the rear rack, but again, a good idea to apply a little bit of thread lock to that. And we're going to mount the frame there via that adjustable bracket that you can see there. So excuse my big fat bald head getting in the way, but I think you can probably see there where that mounts and why that particular bracket needs to be adjustable. So again, don't tighten anything up at this stage. And down to the third and final mounting point at the bottom, you just need to remove the rear locking nut, which should be on the back there of the bolt that secures the rearmost part of the exhaust. In my case, Lextech exhausts. So what remains now is to attach that rear bracket to that mounting point by the exhaust and re-secure the locking nut at the back. You'll find that they are 12mm bolts, i.e. that require a 12mm spanner. And there you can see again at the top of the suspension strut, the 6mm Allen bolt is tightening up. There's the adjustment mechanism, the two adjusting nuts on the upper rear mounting bracket, which you just need to nip up and secure before tightening the mounting point there under the seat. And they're 13mm. And there we are on the right hand side, exactly the same process. So again, I've speeded that up for you. Okay, let's have a look at the finished result, and here I've mounted my Givi semi-rigid 30-litre panniers, which I think look very smart on this bike. The mounting frames are the standard Givi monokey type, so you should be able to attach any monokey system luggage, hard, soft or semi-rigid. And what I'll show you in a second is how easy it is to fit, for example, a Givi Dolomiti 30-litre top box ostensibly, but eminently usable as a side pannier. And there you go, all works a treat. Okay, hope that was of some use to you. If so, please give a like, please click subscribe and the notifications bell. Ride safe, be kind, and I'll see you again soon. Toodle pip.